Zoom is okay.
Mhm. I think
So,
you just need to close the YouTube.
it's also going on. All right, we can start. Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi şrah li sadri ve yessir li emri vahlul ukdeten min lisani yefkahu kavli. Ve cealli vezira min ehli Harun ahi iştud bihi ezri ve eşriku fi emri. Key nusebbihake kethira ve nezkurake kethira inneke kunte bina basira. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. We started studying the verse last week, which is from Enfal, section Enfal, 8th section of the Qur'an, the verses 61, 62. No, not this one. One before. Sorry?
I thought we were gonna finish that last part.
Yeah, we haven't finished it. That's what we are going to finish it. No. Yep. No, this one we have been studying. So we have been studying from.
We finished the first two parts last week.
Yeah.
We left them.
No, but now just connecting it.
Just the third.
No. So Isra's section Isra, verse 15. من اهتدى فإنما يهتدي لنفسه ومن ضل فإنما يضل عليها ولا تزر وازرة وزر أخرى وما كنا معذبين حتى نبعث رسولا. We said there are three main principles. Put it into context. That's what I'm going to read the whole translation of English translation of the verse. Whoever chooses to be guided, it is only for their own good, and whoever chooses to stray, it is only to their own loss. No soul will bear another's burden, and we would never punish a people until we have sent a messenger to deliver the message. So we said there are three main principles in this one verse. Let's study them one by one. That's what we started studying it, and we studied this one in between. And من اهتدى فإنما يهتدي لنفسه ومن ضل فإنما يضل عليها. Whoever chooses to be guided, it is only for their own good, and whoever chooses to stray, it is only to their own loss. Again, we have studied this last week, and وَلَا تَزْرُ وَازِرَةُ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. No soul will bear another's burden is also another main principle of the Qur'an in our relationship with the rest of the world, actually, whether human beings, whether the creation, and whether the other religious traditions, other civilizations. These are the main principles. So just a reminder again, we'll go back, very back. No, I'm going to the wrong direction. Yeah, here it is. Our subject is ethical lessons from the Quran. This is the main title. So we are studying the ethical lessons from the Quran, not everything. So we are studying the verses from ethical value sides. So we should bear in mind. And also I ask questions here in the form of questions. It doesn't mean that I would like to remind myself and you that I'm not checking your knowledge about the subject, but just to pinpoint what is the point that we have to pay attention to understand this particular verse. So that is the purpose. But at the same time, if you want to share your ideas, which I encourage to share it, please do so. And don't feel obliged, but at the same time, open. It is an open floor here. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now, inshallah. It's a very, very critical verse. More critical than the verses, although they were very important, but it's a very critical word, and people may be sensitive about it, especially this very zealot followers of certain religions. In particular, Muslims. So the Quran speaks to everyone, but for the moment, the Muslims take it seriously. The others say, keep it, the other followers of the traditions, or those people who don't believe in any religious tradition, they say this is the book of the Muslims, or this is a little bit limited area. Larger population says this is the book or tradition of Arabs. That is really very dangerous. So they see it as an Arabic tradition, or tradition of Arabs. That's how they think, according to them. So when they read this kind of verses, they may understand rightly, or they may understand wrongly. It is not our subject, but we are studying this verses, particular selected verses under the title of Ethical Lessons from the Quran. So we are not going to really concentrate on the belief side of it, which we have been doing for some times, but we will go back again to this tradition, especially after a while. I'm trying to study the story of Solomon in the Quran. It's excellent, one of the excellent one. Abraham is in unbelievable. Yusuf is unbelievable, but Solomon is neglected, which we can find many, many ethical values in it. Inshallah, if Allah gives the opportunity, we will do that. So here, we would never punish a people until we have sent a messenger to deliver the message. So it seems to be, yeah, the messenger is sent, the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. I'm reading the text, or the text of the ayah from Muslim perspective now. So, no, who has not heard the Prophet Muhammad, and who has not heard Islam? Everybody, media is furious about it. Now, we have many questions here, subject to talk. But we should never forget that. That is my rough guess. There are, we hear that, I haven't counted, There are 7 billion people in the world, maybe more. Estimated, these are estimations, 7 to 8 billion. I can say minimum, my guess from my experience, 2 billion people not only hear about Islam, they have never heard the word Allah, God, in their language. No, we are not aware of it. Most of the Chinese, those people who follow Buddhist tradition, I think if I'm not mistaken, 1.2 billion Buddhists. Around, yeah, 1 billion. Let's be modest, 1 billion. And they have no concept of creator, God, anything. And this non-Muslim area of Asian countries were heavily populated place. For example, geographical area-wise, China and United States have the same area. Here is 380 million people. China, 1.2 billion people. They are not aware of what's this Islam. God, no, forget about Islam. God, the concept of God. I am surprised. So we have to be realistic. And also, I have many questions. Let's start discussing the questions. First, I present this first question as a simple question. Do we have a messenger? Seems to be simple. Be careful. There is a trick in it. Do we have a messenger now in our society? Have you seen any messenger of God? Of course, what we mean.
If you're talking about a prophet,
Yes, messenger of God.
like literally a prophet, I would say no, but there are people who, just to expand on that a little bit, people who have followed that message, and they're responsible for sharing the message.
No, this particular, the question is a messenger.
Okay.
Now, so your answer is, I haven't seen it. I haven't heard somebody seriously claiming that I am receiving message from God. But if you go to mental hospital, you may see some people there, but they are in hospital. Now, but messenger of God, and everybody says I am the messenger of something. So the answer is no. Okay, we will have 2 options now. There is no messenger now. So what is this verse is talking about may be different, because we know that, and the Quran also says itself, this is from the Quran. Quran says the messenger is going to die. إنك ميت وإنهم ميتون. And you are going to die. The messenger is going to die as well. And in other words, says if the messenger dies or something happens, are you going to turn back from your belief system? There are in the Quran. So Quran is aware that messenger will die. So, and also Quran is aware that there will be no messenger. And then he says, the same text says, we will never punish people until we have sent a messenger to them to deliver the message. So there must be something here. Not only that we are going to expect a physically existing, personally existing messenger now. I understand. 2, is it enough to hear about Islam through the media of your child, your age? Your time now, media is now. Is it enough to hear about Islam through media? Somebody says no. Another person says no. So you heard Islam. Did you hear Islam? Well, they say, yeah, the two people are dead, yes, say. That's it. You are responsible. The message, content of the message. Okay. Do you mind if I ask a particular question? Youngest among us. I think you are younger than me, too. So, no, you are younger than my granddaughter, sure. So we can compare. So my age. So you heard Islam, huh? All right. And have you studied the Quran? Be clear. Studied it. No? Have you? No, be clear. No, I will ask the question. Have you really studied the Quran? Be clear. Sorry, you are?
Said yes.
Yeah.
I did in Turkish and multiple different translations.
Translations. It's not studying the Quran, reading the translation.
Yeah, but you have the
Yeah, some explanations. But if you go into studying the Quran, you will find not under some paragraphs, explanations. You will find thousands of volumes of commentaries, tafsir on it. And you will be surprised that my knowledge is zero next to them. Hearing Islam through media. How much you trust media? Do you trust? Do you trust media? Who trusts media? No. But I trust media in a strange way. Shall I tell you how? Whatever I hear in the media, I believe otherwise. This is my criteria to find the truth. Really? No, so if they saw so, there must be something contrary to this, generally speaking, but about not interpretations, but how do you say, exact sciences, mathematical descriptions, interpretations, other way around. Really, the scientists present the exact numbers, I would say, because numbers are not interpretations. So 2 + 2 makes 4. It's not interpretation. So I said, that is correct. But when this presenter starts speaking, I said, the opposite is correct. And it's a good criterion. Apply it, we will find it useful. I'm joking, but how much we cannot stop to trust media. And when we talk about people heard Islam, they heard Islam correct from media means just the opposite. What they tell, Islam is not that. Opposite. We have to be very careful. Even the advocates of Islam, be careful. Not always trustful. They defend it in a way that impossible to believe. Not all, sure, but mostly. Because they copy-paste it and put it in the historical context and present it. So, how do you say? Can I put the creation of the universe in a pocket, in an historical context, and say today's world is the same? For example, 100 years ago, New York was here. And people in the street take the picture. If I say New York is the same, would you believe? Now, creation is the same. No, continuously changing. So what is expected now from us or of us? We have to understand that during the revelation time of the Quran and therefore the religion of Islam, it had its own historical context. But the historical context, if I take this historical context and present the Quran to you with its historical context, what am I doing? Can you believe? I wouldn't. So the revelation took place in a certain historical context is different from what the text itself conveys to us. So historical context is static. But the way the universe is created, dynamic, the way the creator of the universe speaks in the Quran must have a dynamic meaning. Why? He never does the same thing twice. Everything is renewed, continuously renewed. So the meaning of the Quran, his speech also must be understood in a continuously renewing way. Because if the creator of the powers, confuse the words, if the creator of the universe's power is infinite and continuously changing, renewing, then his knowledge also infinite and more continuously renewable. We can understand it. So hearing Islam through media is not only not enough, also misleading. Now we are going into a bit the area, how do you say, where the bombs are put under traps. How are they called? Sorry?
Booby traps?
But say it again.
Booby traps?
Burby.
No.
How do you
I
pronounce?
feel like I'm saying it wrong. Sure. Booby traps.
Bobby traps. Yeah. Slowly. It is a very, very interesting subject. That's why we said, let's study it separately. What does the message delivered to people mean? What is the message? Look, we have to understand, we have to be relaxed, and we have to be realistic. Now, don't get patient, not that tension. So be comfortable. Now, what are we doing here? Are we going to change the message of the Quran? Are we going to adapt it to the world and make it modernized and interpret it freely? Don't worry, I'm aware of all. Inshallah. So don't worry. Now, the message delivered to people. What do you understand from the message delivered to people? If I say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Did you hear? Did you get the message? Did you get it? What did you get it? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Huh? Sure? Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. What did you understand from it? What does Alhamdu mean? Really? Rabbil Alameen mean? Really? Within the context of the Quran, you heard the ayah. As a believer, you heard the ayah, the verse, and you said, yeah, I heard it. And as our friend said here, no, I read it. In English, I'm going to say it, since you read it in Turkish. No, no. So, all praise to God. What does it mean? All praise. What am I praising? So it needs explanation, but the explanation needs within the context of the purposes of the Quran, what it teaches. So we have to bear in mind that the first question we should ask, why does God speak to human beings? Isn't that enough? The universe is obvious, perfect creation. The human spirit is perfect creation. Why do we need more explanation? For what? If we follow our human qualities, is not enough? Why not? Why not? So, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Everybody knows that's what I am choosing, the simple and most well-known phrase from the Quran. So, praise be to God. So, praise be to God. Okay. Now, thank God. For what? For this you gave me, if the food is ready. Huh? If something happens and there is no food, what do I say? Do I say, praise be to God, or, hey, God, what's happening? You forgot us here. Yeah, it's not easy. So still, the message delivered to people mean at least, the content of the message is understood in such a way that in this age, wherever I am, in the place where I am, at the time where I am, so must be presented to me in a way that really conveys the message of my Creator to answer my human questions. What is the human question? We always emphasize on the importance of it. Human question is not, what am I going to eat tonight for my dinner? This is bodily expectations or needs. Bodily needs are, I'm very sorry, I'm not using this word as an insult. Bodily needs are animal needs. Because animate needs, living being, I have to have my breakfast, and I see the birds early morning, they need their breakfast as well. They have to eat what it is good for them. I have to eat what it is good for me. Is there any difference? Bodily needs wise, there's no difference. But somebody eats that one, the other one eats another type of food, but still relationship is the same. But this is bodily side, the same. How about my human side? When I eat something, do I have some other requirements that for example, birds don't have? What are they? I have the capacity to think the past, to think the future. That's how I am created. Animals apparently don't have this. They live in their moment and they are happy with it. If they didn't have any food yesterday, they don't mind, like me. If they don't have any food for tomorrow, they don't worry like me. They don't have refrigerators. They don't have kitchen and their special places to put the pantry. How is it called? To stock the food for future. No, they don't have it. No, but ants have. So that's what I hear. I don't know. So They don't worry about it, but I do. How long I worry about my body until I die. After I die, I don't care whatever happens because I'm not in this world anymore. But my spiritual side, what does it need? It is beautiful. Yeah, I love better ones. And why not to have it all the time? But I'm going to die. I'm not going to have it anymore after I die. That's a bad thing. I shouldn't die. Is it possible not to die? Is there any way? No. Impossible. And then all my expectations fall down. Yes, I have it, but yesterday also I had it. It is gone. And at the end, I will die. And everything will be gone. Why am I struggling in this world? So meaningless. What I need, the message from the one, I think this is the very, how do you say, key point, the one who created me with this need, which extends into 2 points. Infinite, perfect. That's how I am. I want everything perfect. I want everything infinitely perfect. That's how I am. But there is nothing in this world which will satisfy my this need. Then my creator say, hey, I created you with this need. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Don't you know? Look at the world. I am so infinitely powerful. Read my message, which has infinite layers of meaning in it, and get the message from my message and understand I prepared you for infinite world. This is just temporary training, education place, training place. Don't worry about it. If there was no news from God, would you know this? Imagine we said 2 billion people in the world didn't hear even the word of God. Creator, don't have the concept of creator. I've seen them. Don't have the concept of creator. That's how it is. We will hear, enjoy, try to enjoy, and we will die. That's what they say. Now, think about this matter, reality, and think that I am one of them. Would you ever hear this news that there will be an eternal life and you have a creator who takes care of you and who created you with this need purposefully just to invite you to find him out and connect yourself to him? Now, hearing the message delivered to people is to be reconsidered to me, not only saying, I heard Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. No, I have to get the infinite dimension or the layers of the meaning and see it within my own living conditions and get the answer to my questions now. Any question you have must be answered in this world. So let's number 4, item 4. Have we Muslims really received the message of Islam? We are here. Who is responsible for delivering the message and receiving the message nowadays? Now, what shall I do? Who I can ask the same question? Okay, I can ask you. You are born into a Muslim family. Yeah, like me. And you keep hearing this, Allah, Qur'an, Islam, Rasulullah. Have you read the most famous, and everybody talks about it, Bukhari?
Some of it.
Uh-huh.
Some of it.
Some of it. And studied it?
Some of it.
Some of it. Very little. And have you read any tafsir book really from volume 1 to volume 24?
No.
No. No. Okay. What does it mean? Receiving the message has layers, infinite layers. Hearing that there is a strange Arab religion, Islam, starting from there until, to the point that somebody has analyzed, you may not believe it, huh? One verse of the Quran in one volume of the tafsir, something like 600-700 pages. There are infinite layers, huh? So, and studying 60 years of their life, only the one aspect of the Quran, one aspect. So, doesn't mean that only tafsir. No, forget about it. Tafsir. No, which side of tafsir subject is studied? Volumes of books, and they spent their time this. Now, hearing the message, even receiving the message, and being born into a Muslim family is not really receiving the, how is it called? It messenger. Totally, depending on layers. We should be realistic. So, let me speed up a bit. Now, another testing question, but obvious, but just to draw the attention. Have you heard Hinduism? Okay. Who will answer this? Heard or yes or no? Have you heard Hinduism? Did you? You didn't speak today. Have you read, let me see, Hinduism? Is it enough for you to be responsible for accepting or rejecting Hinduism because you heard it?
I heard it in class. We kind of see some religions, so it's kind of enough for me to reject it.
To reject it. Enough for you to reject it. Yeah. Who presented the class on Hinduism? Sorry?
A guy who has an Islamic perspective.
Islam's perspective. If a Hindu tradition follower, Hindu person, presents you Islam in a class, maybe 2 hours a week, 4 hours a week?
Once a week.
Once a week, 2 hours at the most. 1 hour, once a week. For how long? 4 months or a semester? Yeah, it means how many there? 4 semesters,
About 16 hours.
16 hours. Hearing Islam from a Hindu professor for 16 hours, do you think it will be enough to be responsible whether to confirm it or not? No. So that is another reality, that what we are talking about, people, you took a lesson, you took a class about Islam presented to you by Hindus or some other tradition followers or some Muslims which may not be like me, ignorant of many things in Islam, and presented to me, and you cannot be responsible for it, whether Hinduism is correct or not, it is worth to be followed or not. How can we expect other people to be responsible for Islam. As the Quran says, we would never punish a people until we have sent a message. And we haven't received the message properly. And how can we call them? They heard Islam and they didn't believe in it. Now, if a Hindu, but I'm not really being sarcastic at all, just making the case very clear for us. If a Hindu person here hears you, yeah, and you are saying, I took the class, that is enough for me to reject Hinduism, to deny, you say, who presented? A Muslim presenter. Yeah, he will say, for how many hours? 16 hours. Sorry, just I couldn't keep myself. You rejected Hinduism on a right ground? I think there's something going on wrong. we have to have empathy to people. They are not as lucky as you are. You took 16 hours a class at this. Did you take 16 hours a class in Hinduism? Do you believe in Hinduism? Yes, it says, no, she's not that lucky. She didn't have this opportunity. So the time for Maghrib, please. What time? Started?
It started, yes.
Call it that. We will stop. We will give a break. Yes, don't wait for me. Now, inshallah, we will complete this subject after prayer. No, keep it short, please. we will continue the class. Yeah. Take Allah. MashaAllah. So, inshallah, we will be back, our friends here. So that's enough. No, we will be back. Thank you. And the place will be enough, inshallah. Open, huh? And I keep the mic open so the people will say we are praying.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, keep it open. Inshallah.
حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر
Allah.
لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Allah. رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين الله أكبر إن الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا الله سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله الله أكبر الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Allah, may Allah accept your prayers, inshallah. So, we said hearing Hinduism from a Muslim is not only enough, but also misleading about Hinduism, because he has a perfect, his own perspective. So he will interpret, present it from his perspective. That is understandable. How about the people of, how do they hear Islam from whom? So I'm not justify, how do you say, passing a judgment about people. In general, we have to be realistic. So what we understand from here, the last question is this, but this is not the main problem. Main problem, I'll come there, inshallah. So we have to be also not really, there is another event going on. There will be another event. So whom can we call now unbeliever? It means doesn't believe in Islam. Now, go and ask people, well, which religion do you follow? On the street, ask them. They will say Muslim. I was born in a Christian family, like this. Okay. Do you really believe in Christianity? Yeah, when I was a child, my mom used to take me to church. That's the general answer. It's a good thing, or some people say, now, really, I'm busy for something like that. Even about their religion, their own religion, we have to be careful. How about Islam? And they say, do you believe in Islam? I said, no. It's literal. Kafir. What? He's not believing in his own religion. Now, what are you expecting him? Oh, believing in Islam. What are you talking about? He doesn't know anything about Christianity almost. That's a childhood memories. And Muslims also. So about Islam, if not something negative, wrong, they don't hear any really what Islam is, but exceptional cases always happens. We have to be generalization. So we have to be very cautious to call people by their identity. For example, okay, let me give a short example here. Yeah, I know you were born here. So are you an American citizen? Oh, yeah, okay. So you are not Nigerian, are you? Why? Because you were born here. That's it. So I was born in certain country where the population are Muslims. Does it make me Muslim? Well, it's questionable. Because I was born in a Muslim family, does it make me a really submitting myself to my owner, my creator? It's not enough, isn't it? So my main point here, going on in deep, and also in maybe, I don't know, you must have heard, you must have thought about it, but definitely the Quran says we would never punish a people until we have sent a messenger to them to deliver the message. Now, so that we should understand this verse. Somehow, everyone is responsible as much as he is informed of Islam. Now, okay, have you been informed about Islam? For example, yeah. So the more, now it's a critical point. That is the, how do you say, purpose of this today's class. The more you learn, the more you will be responsible. Correct? Hey, it's better not to learn. Yeah, because you will be more responsible. Okay, let me take another example. Are you graduated from a university, any kind of? Yeah, you are. Now speak up, recording when I ask the question. How many years you have studied in the university?
4 years.
4. Okay. Did you know that every year, even every semester, the more you attend, stay in the university education, the more you learn, the more you will be responsible for the final exams. For the 4 months passes, yeah, and you will be responsible for the information the professors told you, and you will be responsible for this information. You knew that you will be responsible at the end. When you enrolled to university, you knew that they will present you something, then you will be responsible to learn them, and you will be taken into account for it. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yes. Why did you continue them, man? You will be responsible. Huh? Don't go there. How much did you pay? Huh? Or let's take the example. If you are a student here, NYU, are you?
No.
Yes, no. Okay. NYU. If you were here, first, the more you learn, the more you will be responsible. Come on, don't learn it. Plus, you come here and spend your time for it. Plus, that's not enough. You have to pay $70,000 a year? Are you stupid? Why do you pay it? Why don't you go to school? Why do you go to school? You will be responsible. Correct? Why do we do that? Everybody dies to get a good education, pays for it. The parents really suffer. If not, you will suffer by taking the student loan at the end. Why do we take this risk? وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. Close your ears. Yeah? I didn't hear the message, God, please. I'm not responsible. Can we, is this verse to be understood in this way? No. So, God says, if I have not given you the opportunity to get my message, I won't take you to task and take you for an account. So apply it to others. For example, your profession.
I'm a software engineer.
You are an
Engineer?
engineer. All right. So if someone has not studied engineering, for example, let's say study something else or not study at all, he's a mechanic, working in a mechanic shop. Do you blame them because they haven't learned engineering? No. So, but if you don't know your profession, you should blame yourself properly. I haven't learned it properly. I missed many classes. You don't do. I know you are a hardworking man. So, but if you didn't, you say, no, you cannot blame others because they are not engineers. So pass judgment for yourself, not for others. Say, I have not perfected my profession. I am responsible. For a person, did you study engineering? No, okay. Don't blame this man because he has not studied engineering. Stop. Stop that. That is what the verses say. Did you get the news? Did you understand? You look a bit puzzled. Clear? Now, take care of yourself. When it comes to yourself, you want to learn more Although you know that you will be responsible for, but that is how human beings are created. Human beings are created for perfection. The more you know while you are living here, the more satisfied with your life. So the more you know what is the purpose of your existence, who created you, who created, and who is this creator, what he's expecting of you, oh, the more you know, the more pleasure you will take it. That's why we study when we pay for it, and we don't pay for religion, by the way, and it is free course and the best course. So enjoy it. Don't say that the more I will know, I will come to your example back. I will know and I will be responsible. Now, you are enrolled in the university once upon a time, right? Okay. We are all enrolled in the university of this existence, this universe. We are all students here. God is continuously teaching us through creating new and new and new. And God is continuously speaking us through sending the message. Since you are, if you like, quote unquote, although I don't believe in luck, but that is your life and our life, we are aware that we have a treasury, the Qur'an and the prophetic heritage, hadith. So these are the treasuries. The more you get the treasury, you enjoy it. That is how we are created. So you will be pleased the more you learn why you are here and what your human expectations are for. So how can you satisfy them? The more you satisfy yourself, the more pleasure you get it. No, that is our reality. You are hungry, huh? If they give you a little bit, just 2 spoonfuls, you say, and isn't there more? Because you need it. Because you need it. Of course, for food, you have a limit, the upper limit. But for spiritual need, there is no upper limit. Because human spirit is infinite. So you can, the more you eat, the more you get pleasure. As long as you are aware that you are in need of it. So we will say, we will study more and more and more in order to satisfy our needs. So that is why, did you do master?
Yeah.
No. Are you from Pakistan?
No.
In Bangladesh? No?
No, I'm from the UK, England,
Original?
from Mauritius.
Sorry?
You know that Mauritius is a small country.
Whatever. From Pakistani people are crazy. They are crazy about this. That's why I thought you may be from Pakistani background. Whatever. Master is enough. So have you done PhD?
No.
No. If you had the opportunity, would you like to do it? PhD?
No.
If you have the opportunity. No. No, don't you want to advance your profession? Are you not learning anything more? Would you like to learn more about your profession? Yeah, learn more, not necessarily PhD program, because PhD program is hard, do you think, or for other reason?
For other reasons.
Okay, for other reason. Okay, so what you would like to learn more? Eh?
Yeah.
Is there any limit that there is no other thing to learn about engineering, computer engineering, most probably?
I don't think there's a limit.
Sorry?
I don't think there's a limit.
There is no end.
Yeah.
So can you not improve it more? Whatever the data is you have, you can learn more. Every day, new things are coming up.
Yeah.
So there is no end.
Yeah.
So you would like to have more and more and more. So uh, if you like it, because you enjoy it. The more you learn, the more you enjoy it. That is how we have to have about religion as well. The more we have, the more we will be satisfied and we will enjoy it. But by closing it, so some people say, if I learn, I will be responsible for it. So they close it. They close the door, but it is just contrary to their nature. That's not we are created for. So it does. We should understand two main. We have to close it soon. Two main lessons from it. First, we have no right to judge about others. No labeling at all. Stereotyping, definitely not. According to the Quran here, this verse. And also, according to this verse, we understand that if I haven't received it, the message, I won't be responsible for it, but I have received it. My nature forces me, not only necessitates me, not only invites me, necessitates me to be satisfied. And satisfaction is only through, human satisfaction, not bodily satisfaction. Human satisfaction is only possible through learning what your creator presents to you, because you cannot learn it from anywhere else. Only from his speech, his message. So the more we learn, the more we will be satisfied. Inshallah, that is my conclusion. So you got it. So everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to learn more. And this is the pleasure. And this is Allah's free course. The school is free, the universe. And textbook is free. If you want, there are many people who are really delivering the message. We can learn. And also we can learn from materials, full of materials. Inshallah, the brothers have started the prayer, so we should stop here. What are we going to do next time?
You turned off your video.
Sorry?
You turned off your video.
My video, huh? Now, we will study another interesting subject, ethical lesson from the Quran, inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.